do love twin column magazines that you can just drop them in the top like that. Should do. That was doing about 3,190 I saw. Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. Super spontaneous unboxing video today because I've just received another rifle. This is one I've already reviewed actually, but this one's here for a long-term review project now. So this is going to get used for deer control, boxing, some deer stalking maybe in Scotland as well, and we shall see. But here it is, it's a Mauser M18 Stainless. Now I reviewed this rifle a few months ago in 308 and I was a big fan of it. I liked it rather a lot because it had everything I wanted in a rifle, nothing additional. This is the third M18 I will have spent some long time reviewing with, using, shooting, all that spontaneity stuff. So let's just pop this box out of the way. For once, I didn't just have a review rifle that was off the shelf. I had my choice of which one I wanted, which cartridge, etc. So I've gone for because I've never actually owned one myself or used one long term. I've shot loads of them. I've gone for a 6.5 Creedmoor, partly because I also happen to have quite a lot of ammunition for it. And you know what? I like the ballistics, I like the cartridge. It'll be my fourth serious run with a 6.5mm rifle. I've had several Swedes, I've got a few 260s, I've shot loads of Creedmoors, never had one long term. And this is one of my, to be honest, this is one of my favourite review rifles because it's got everything you need. So let's just go through it quickly as to what it does, starting with the bolt. And I'm not using a ceiling camera today because I've literally got to be at the range in 28 minutes. So this is going to get put together, scope put on, zeroed, and I'll clean it and then go zero it. So 3-lug bolt, 60-degree lift, you've got push feed, bolt face, 2 ejector claws. I'm not going to go through a load of oddities, I'm not going to do a load of retakes. You got straight Mauser bolt handle, which is beautiful, and although it doesn't have the slight curve back, it's just nearly there as well because 60-degree lift, it comes up level like that and you can drive it forward with the meat of your thumb and it is quick. So pop that in the gun. It's a full diameter bolt shaft, by the way, so you've just got a single raceway in the front for the anti-rotation and bolt stop. Starting at the front, it is stainless barrel, satin finish. It's got a 15x1 thread for a moderator. The fore end on the polymer stock is fully floated and it is stiff. It remains fully floated, so I'm not used to not having a ceiling camera. It remains fully floated in all circumstances. Doesn't matter how brutally well with it. We've got fore end stood there, put up a bipod on that. This is the magazine. At 5 rounds, this is the standard magazine that Mauser Sauer Group use. It's a beautiful magazine. It's perhaps one of the best in the industry. You can top load it in the gun, out of the gun. You can put rounds on top of it. They'll feed to the chamber. No bother at all. There's a press button at the front. It pops out into your hand, and it's not picky as to how it goes in and out of the rifle. Action's held in by 2 screws. 6-degree lift, as I said. Bolt release catch is on the left side of the action there. So up there, back that comes out, or back in. Remington 700 style footprint on, well, no, it's not a footprint. Remington 700 scope fitting. Start that again. It takes Remington 700 bases for scope. Blaser UK, who have supplied this rifle, have also supplied me with one of my favourite Picatinny rails. So that comes with screws, that's to put on as well. We might even do all that on camera. What else can I tell you? We've got a nice pistol grip on it. Reach to trigger's good. This trigger is single stage. That's predictable. I think that probably coming in at about 900, 1100 grams, somewhere there about. We'll weigh that if we do a full review on it. The safety catch is 3 positions, so forward for fire. We've got middle there is safe with bolt operation, or rear is safe with bolt locked. We've got that there for the moment. Other interesting features. It's a fairly non-badly resonating polymer stock. It feels quite solid. You don't get too much hollow echo from it. Sling stud at the back there, and it's also got a removable butt pad, so you can take that out and you can store some things in there, like a cleaning push through, pull through, or something like that. I saw an American guy review one of these, and he filled it full of sweets. And okay, fair enough. Whatever you want, you can put in there. So that's the Picatinny rail. There's a very, very small packet here which just got the screws in it, so I'll open that very carefully, as I don't really want to spill them all over the floor when I've got about 21 minutes left to get to the range. Pop those out there. You can't see these because they are tiny little screws and there's no ceiling camera. But you're probably thinking, what scope am I going to put on this? Well, given the fact it's a Blaser group and the L&O group and it's a Mauser rifle, Blaser have supplied me with one of the B2 rifle scopes. Again, I've done full review projects on these, so check out my channel, you'll see them. But they said to me, Chris, which one do you want to go on the Mauser? I'll just show you this, what's in the box now. You've got a neoprene cover for it, but this is the B2 and this is the 2.5 to 15 by 56. So good in light, great in low light with a 56mm front end, 30mm tube. You've got fast focus eyepiece at the rear, easy magnification control. But being this is a Blaser scope, it's kind of the opposite way around. So from your perspective as the shooter looking back this way, the windage is under this cap on the left side, as you can see there, and parallax is on the right side there. Detent's at 50, 100, and you've then got the illumination control pops out to the side like that. You can actually set this up with the IC, automated illumination control. It says IC on it. That's if you've got a Blaser, but you can set them up with a little magnetic flip up on lens caps and things like that, which will also work beautifully. I might actually get the quick adjust turret for this, so I can use it for, you know, faster, more spontaneous, longer range shooting options. As for rings, and I'm not going to do this on camera, well I might do it on camera, but I've picked some tier 1 rings up that were on my armoury shelf. I have relied on tier 1 rings for a long time. They're very good rings, and I will be putting these on with the scope. So if you want to stick with me, I'll get the kit out and I'll do it now. If you want to go, please go. That's very nice of you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell, and scroll to the end of the video because there's an advert on there for the British Shooting Show 2023. Tickets this year include car parking, so no bother, no drama there. There's a link at the end of the video. Click on that, it will take you to the BSS website. So there we go. So for those who want to go, au revoir, and those who want to stay, I'm going to get the tools from over there and I'm going to put this together on camera. So play some music or something now. Humpty Tomty Tom, Humpty Tomty Tom. I usually prepare for these things, but there is just so little time today, I just haven't got time to prepare. These short daylight of winter, pop that in that. But you know what, you get to have a bit of a half an hour in the life of me. What do I do all day, every day? So looking at these screws, they look like Allen screws to me, they're not Torxers. And yes, here's another bit of reality for you. I often wear reading glasses now. I'm 44, isn't it coming to me? Isn't it coming to me? I'm more real time, my phone's ringing. From someone I'm not going to answer it to. Sorry Richard. We just haven't got time because we're on video. Let's go 2.5mm on that and see if that fits. No, it doesn't. Let's go 2mm on that and see if that fits. Oh no, it is a Torx. I should have gone and got my reading glasses, shouldn't I? So, is it a T15? Can we get a shout out for a T15? No, it's not. It's a T10. I'll have to go back round there to get a T10. Don't know what that was. Probably not mine. There we go. We got a T10. Hooray! Right. So, oh dear. Oh, it's a 20 MOA rail as well. So hopefully that will give me some good potential to ease the distances out a little bit. Of course, the Creedmoor is a great cartridge for stretching the distances out a little bit. Maybe not necessarily in a hunting scenario, but certainly for a bit of plate shooting, bit of target practice, things like that. All the good fun elements, isn't it? Pop these on here. And I'm going to be naughty because I'm not going to use my torque wrench, because I don't think I've got a T10 handy knocking around anywhere. As I say, I often prepare for these videos, but I like a bit of spontaneity. So today we've got spontaneity, and if I can't, after all my years, just do this by hand and by eye, well, what use am I, eh? So let's go with how tight. It's about that tight. How tight? It's about that tight. How tight? It's about that tight. And guess what I'm going to say for the fourth one? Yeah, about there again. Rings. Tier 1 rings. We're really going to fall foul here now if these rings aren't tall enough for this scope, but I suspect they will be, because that's quite a chunky rail, and of course it overhangs, the scope will overhang the barrel tenon anyway. So pop that on. This one has got a torque wrench because it's always set up at 5 Newton meters for Tier 1's rings. The T25 Torx bit. Comfy, comfy, comfy. I'm sort of guesstimating where these are going to go for the moment, but let's hope I'm somewhere in the ballpark. This can also obviously get tweaked and set up when I'm not trying to do it live on camera. That, by the way, I just put through there because it just enables me just to put easier torque on there, just without having to swing on it grip wise. I'll do these now. So we've got T15s on the top. These will be done up to 2 Newton meters, for which I have another torque wrench which is always set up at 2 Newton meters for small scope mounts. These are an M4 thread, if I'm right. Pop those off there. Hope you can see what's going on. But you know, I think some people call these organic videos. I just call them spontaneous videos, and you just get to listen to me prattle on and talk to you while I'm doing what I'm doing. So, given it's Picatinny rail, 30mm tube, scope mounting should be no drama at all. I am actually getting a Limca thermal to go on the front of here. Well, that was a good guess, Christopher. You've got those spot on. I'm getting a Limca thermal which will go on the front. When I called yesterday at Blaser, well, I was in a bit of a rush and I forgot to pick up the adapter, but I'm sure they'll send me that when they're next in the office. I was so excited about getting the rifle, but I happened to be down at Bisley anyway, and Blaser HQ near Guildford is, you know, it's not too far away. And when I venture south beyond the realms of Barnsley, well, once you're down south, you might as well do everything that's down south, eh? Which to me was Bisley and Blaser. Yada yada yada. So I'm just nipping these up by hand just to balance the ring on top of the actual base, or the top of the ring on the base of the ring, and then let's have a look, see what it looks like, eh? That's looking alright actually. Again, this may all get tweaked. I've just nipped that a little bit too tight because I can't twist it easily. So I'll just pop those a little bit slacker. You see, there'll be loads of people who goes, oh, you haven't used the tool for doing that, and you haven't used this, and you haven't used that, and it's amazing how many deer and foxes got shot before we all had to use the latest scope leveling kit, and I still just line it up bottom down to the firing pin. So here's another one that will have you all wincing, because I also do this just to make tiny fractional movements in diameter. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Better stand straight behind it really. I'm trying to be good on camera, but it's not really easy to do everything. I'm going to just nip that there, see what that looks like. I'll take it to the range in 16 minutes and have a go and see what it looks like when I get there. I'll be putting a bipod on the rifle, as I pretty much do on all these types of things. I've got a 15x1 moderator for it, so that will go on as well. And we'll see how we get on as we just run it in with a few different types of 6.5 Creedmoor ammo. I do have a reasonable quantity of various assorted conventional and non-toxic loads in both deer stalking weights and foxing vermin weights. So I've got some really stunning 139 grain or something like that. All sorts, because to be honest, Creedmoor ammo, it's, you know, it's like it's just sort of set the rule book a bit straight again, and everybody's sort of starting to, you know, they're starting from basic principles, the manufacturers, and they aren't just, you know, churning out more of the 308 loads they've been churning out for 40 or 50 years. That looks beautiful. So we shall see how I get on at the range with that, and that will all appear in the full review, because I'm not going to try and clean this on camera now, because it does want to clean just before I take it to shoot, because I always clean a rifle when it arrives with me, just to check it out, just to make sure the bore's clear of all obstructions. But I am 99.9% confident there'll be no problems with this searing it. I need to go dig out a moderator to fit it, and there we go. So I hope you enjoyed your little, what was that then? Sums are not my forte today. 15, 16, 17 minutes of just what I do when I take a gun out of a box. And yes, I've been a little bit quick and rushed to do it, and I've not been on my usual workbench. I'm up on the tall table, but there we go. So like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell, shout at me all you like, because if you do, I'll do more videos, and if you don't, I'll get bored and lonely all on my own, because I'm just talking to myself in the armoury today. Click the notification bell, you'll see the regular uploads. Go to the end of the video, get your tickets to the British Shooting Show, because 2023 I will be there at the NEC, and if you want to see me, come and say hi, send me a message before we get there. Thank you for watching, bye for now. Have we missed lunch, or is it lunch?
Not doing. I've got to. I'm still going to put my horse out.